Well, Jess, now that we've basically covered the whole Louisiana experience, and I thank you for sharing it with me, by the way.
Hey, no problem. Hopefully others will hear this and want to look into it.
Yeah, it makes me want to go now. I know
Yeah,
I was kidding around that I got robbed, but it sounds like a really, really full and wonderful experience.
definitely. I
Um,
actually got to have, sorry,
no, ladies first.
I actually had a tour. My tour guide was actually a friend of mine that I had way back when I went to Marcella. And we didn't recognize each other for like the entire tour until we were going upstairs. I think we were heading up to the library, which is where Brad was. And he finally got to see me for the first time because he kept his sleep shades off. Or
Mm-hmm.
turned them down, smoked them down so he could see my face. And he's like, oh my god, it's you! And I we finally recognized each other, and it was so cool.
Ah,
Both of us
Camp
kept looking at each other
Marcella.
thinking, I know him from somewhere. So it was really fun to see him, doing so well.
That's great. So, like, when did you Camp Marcella? Man, that brings back memories. When did you go?
I went from when I was 9 years old till I was 17.
All right, so way after my time, or our good friend Yolanda's time, who we're gonna give a shout out to. Uh,
Yeah, Rhonda, you rock, we love you.
yeah,
My big sister.
I met her at Camp Marcella back in '80. It was either '88 or '89.
I was born in 88. You're making me feel really old right now.
Wait. So how do you think
1988 or 1990? Hold on, let's get this straight.
it was 1988 is when I went
Yes,
there
I
with
was
her?
born that year.
But if that makes you feel old, how the heck do you make that think it makes me feel?
Well, you don't care about those things. You're a guy. Only women seem to care about age. Guys don't seem to care about it as much.
All right, we're gonna put this question out to my audience. I want emails, I want phone calls, I want texts, I want smoke signals sent. Do guys care about their age just as much as women?
Pigeon, whatever you got.
Yep. All right, but I mean, I went there from like about 1985 to about 1992, and did they have the same animal names for the cabins when you were there?
Yes, squirrel, otter, chipmunk,
Beaver, muskrat,
raccoon, there was,
fox,
fox, yep,
which is all the way at the other end of the camp.
beaver.
Yep.
I dated two different, one guy in beaver, one guy in chipmunk, and the one guy in chipmunk was actually a lot nicer.
Yeah, actually, I think Yolanda was in Fox Cabin the year when I met her, and I liked being a beaver.
I was in otter and for like all my years, and then I did 1 year in raccoon and 1 year in squirrel. I didn't like squirrel. Squirrel was small, man. Otter was nice and large.
Beaver was great.
So was raccoon. Raccoon was smart.
Yeah, I was in beaver my entire time, except for maybe I think I was a muskrat once.
When you were there a lot of kids from inner cities?
Yeah.
There was like chock full, or at least a good bit of them.
Actually, my joke, and I did this a couple episodes back. I think I sent it to you. When I was talking about Camp Marcella, I was like, it's like the fresh air camp, but for people with disabilities.
Yeah, but
And that they shoved ice, and I think it was an excuse to try to get blind people fat, because they forced you to clean your cabin every day, but they bribed you with ice cream.
Dude, man, they bribed you with ice cream, but you know what? All that crap paid off when I went to Louisiana, and I knew how to clean my place, man. I was so thankful. Every day I had to clean, I'd be like, thank you, Kim Marcella. Because without you, I would have any idea how to use a room or clean a sink.
That is true. But it was fun times.
That was good ice cream, though, man.
That it was. I think maybe what is it? I wonder if they just had like a good humor man kidnapped somewhere.
I used to tell my mom about it when I got home, and she's like, sounds like I'm Mr. Saucy guy we had in the city. We just always know when to show up.
Yep.
I was like,
But,
yeah, it's
but
so cool.
that was their answer to everything at Camp Marcel. I was like, ice cream.
I know. I used to wonder where they got it from because you could never find it when you got home. I used to
I
look
told
for
you
it. I
they
was like,
kidnapped the good humor, man.
I know, man.
They were just like
Oh,
they went.
I love their ice cream sandwiches. That was my favorite. I love the ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, they used to. Yeah. It goes
Did you
really.
guys have the trading post?
What's that?
Did you guys have the trading post when you were there?
I think we did.
Oh man.
But like I said, the cool thing, I think whether you go to Louisiana, JKTC, Camp Marcella, I really think it's more about the friendships you make and that you keep.
Oh yeah. I mean, um, you know, you learn how to. I thanks to them, I now know how to paddle a canoe or a paddle boat
Yeah.
and use oars. If I never learned how to use those canoes with the oars, I never would have known how to what's it called? How to work the raft when I was whitewater rafting. So there's a lot of things that just kind of I learned. I just took with me to another place.
Cool. All right. I actually had 2 or 3 questions that I thought up for you as I was eating this delicious pizza that I had for lunch. I had no clue where I got it. It wasn't from from a good sponsor of the show because this was a good quality stuff. Not like you get at Sal's Pizza Corner, 71 West Main Street, Ramsey, New Jersey 07446. 201-327-8929. Hey, Joey Slapnuts, how you doing? Hey, Jessica, say hello to Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Yeah, what's up to you?
I'm trying to visit you for my birthday, so the mystery girl will no longer be a mystery.
Yeah.
They're bringing my family, so it's going old school Italian. So.
Yep.
So. Don't want to meet the famous guy that makes like Adam Blake live at his house.
Yeah, and don't embarrass me, Joey, but we'll get there. I'll address him in another episode. But he's been a good friend and a good sponsor of the show, and it was just a cheap shot. You know, since he gave me heck for going in there yesterday for like just to buy a soda.
You have to send him this episode and prove to him that I'm real.
Yep.
I won't believe it until I actually walk in the door.
Yeah, I know. But let's see. What is like one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about people with wow I can't talk. Duh. But what is the biggest misconception you think that people have about people with visual impairments overall?
That we're smart. There's more than just one. I've compiled a list of like 5.
All right.
Years. The first one I would say would be that we're smart. If we get anything beyond a high school education, we'll become like these amazing people that have conquered the world in our eyes.
Yeah, I get that too. It's like, wow, you went to college.
Yeah, wow, you're so smart. You got a teaching degree. It depends who says it. Some people could mean it as an actual compliment when they say, wow, you're smart. You have A, B, and C. In that case, then you take a compliment. But if it's some idiot, who is just being a
Clown shoe?
Huh?
A clown shoe?
Yeah, clown shoe or a single fit. Then and they say something like, wow, you're so smart, you can cross the street. Then you have
It's like, wait a minute.
Like I used to do.
I was just like, wait a minute, because
or just say, thank you so much, you're so kind, and smile and make them feel really bad because you've been kind to them, which I used to do.
Alright, so you're really, really smart. What's number 2?
Let's see, number 2 would be that some of us are attractive. And actually, that take care of ourselves.
I've never gotten that one before.
No, but I can't tell you. Let's see. That we shower every day and that we take care of ourselves and use deodorant, perfume, or cologne with pesticide. I remember I was walking somewhere. I think I was at, I was in Orlando. I was with my boyfriend at the time. And the guy came up to us and said, wow, you look really good for a white girl who's blind. White girls aren't even that attractive.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
awesome
oh, so
sauce.
sorry. He's like, I didn't know you were one of Michael Jackson's dancers. He's like, I'm a huge fan. Can you get me an autograph? And he actually gave me his card and was like, have him sign it and bring it back to me. And I took the card. And my friend, my boyfriend's best friend, is also a friend of mine. Went up to Andrew Jones, man. For those that are on Facebook, he has a GoFundMe page because he's trying to get money to get new wheelchairs since his other one decided to fall apart. So if you can send some money his way, he'd appreciate it.
All right, just so one more time, it's Andrew Jones.
Yes.
And he has a Facebook page and a GoFundMe.
Jones. And if you go to search him on Facebook, you'll see the GoFundMe page. It'll be right there.
All right. Well, I'll go after.
If you can afford it. If you can afford it, great. If you can't, fine. If you can share it, that means a lot. That's what I do. Any amount works. You know, any money you can donate, it's all about just sending them money.
You know what? Wow, new wheelchair. What? I guess I'm assuming Andrew he uses a power chair, man.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because he was zipping around like crazy. So I assume it was a power chair. I don't think anybody uses the old-fashioned one with the wheels on the side. I don't know. Maybe some people do.
Well, you know. All right. Well, like I
The
said.
one with the power chair, you have to have the charger. So I had to get power chair.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. So definitely, please, anyone who's listening to this, go to go into your Facebook search, type in Andrew Jones, and if you can find his GoFundMe page, send him a couple bucks.
Definitely. ANDREWJONES. And if I spelled it wrong, I can email Adam the right spelling of his last name.
Yeah, because people know me. I'm like the king of the typos.
But I'm pretty sure it's the right spelling. I don't think he puts an A on it like some people do. I'm pretty sure it's the right way to spell it.
Alright, cool. So let's see. Smart, attractive. What's number 3?
Number 3 is we actually know how to use a knife and fork, and we're not like spilling our food everywhere, which I'm sure everybody on here can doing that in this capacity, but has experienced other types of things like that. I find us very fascinating that we can do it, and the food falls off the plate.
I even get that, even sometimes if I'm eating, because I've shared this to you on our support group that we do once a month. That if I'm at a restaurant, I normally don't like to eat anything that requires a fork or a knife. So I'm a little bit more self-conscious about that type of stuff than most. And besides, I'm a really really finicky eater, and I always lose the vote on where we want to go where to go eat. So I go to a restaurant. And I'm the guy at the really really fast food restaurant. Can I have a kids menu? But you notice that sometimes when I'm eating something like a sandwich.
You could be eating pizza, and it would be amazing. The cheese falling off the plate.
Like we didn't drop it out our pants.
Yeah, or the grease isn't falling on our face; it's falling on the plate. I don't particularly like grease on my face. I have enough of it when I eat the pizza, so I don't want any extra grease.
Exactly.
Let's see. Number 4. Let me think. Number 4 would be that we all want to be musicians and rappers.
Wait a minute. I know a lot of visually impaired people. I only know like a handful of them that want to be musicians and rappers.
Yeah. And some people should not even attempt rapping because they were visually impaired. Some people just are not good at it and shouldn't never go into it professionally.
Do you think that's actually, as much as like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder are excellent role models, you also think that's like what because of them, that's like the number, like they're the reason for the stereotype?
Yeah, I mean, I remember a lot of people saying to me, oh, you should go on The Voice because they had a blind guy on, he got pretty far, maybe you did further than him, and I was like, and you're always saying that because he looked like he did all the Ray Charles things. The Charles, he played the piano, he played the keyboard, and I don't think he was that great.
Hey.
I wasn't really impressed with him as a singer.
Alright, so let's play we're debunking things. Let's just debunk that not every blind person plays the fucking piano.
Yes, that's true. And let's see. My fifth one and my final, my favorite. Just because we are born, we do not have these, what's the word? We are not, it's not a, it depends how, okay, this is going to dip into a topic that I'm going to go talk about, but religion. When you are blind or vision impaired, people get very upset when they don't want you to, quote unquote, help them heal you. I had an experience where me, my mom, and my sister were in a mall, and we were walking out after shopping for hours and hours, and we had just come piece of her reading, and this woman comes up with a bandana on her head, and puts her hands over my eyes, and says, "Be healed! The Holy Spirit has healed your sight! Your sight is back! See the world around you!" And she lifted her hands from my eyes, and she said, "What do you see?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm still the same thing I was before." She goes, "Maybe my powers will work on your sister." And my sister had just gotten knee surgery because she had twisted her, she had gotten some kind of virus at one point, and it went to her knee, and she had to get knee surgery and go through that. And so she put her hand on her knee and started to rub it or something, and my sister got very uncomfortable, and my mom said, "Look, you didn't succeed with my first daughter, I don't think you're going to have any much success with my second, so I think you should just leave." And she left, and she said, "Peace be with you, God is with you in your time of trouble, so, yes, please don't try and help us if they don't want help."
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
You're not, we appreciate it, but, we realize we're like this for a reason. God made us like this for a reason, and it's for some of us, we can get surgery to fix it, others can't.
But I've gotten that a few times too.
Trust me.
Yep.
Huh?
I've gotten that a few times too, where people will just come up and be like, want to put their hands over my eyes and be like, the power of Christ will heal you now, and I'm just like, and then they'll take their eyes off. I'm like, no, he didn't. And then I'm just like, And then one time in the city, someone actually, after they did that, wanted like $1 from me. And I'm like...
She actually tried to get money from my mom. She's like, I'll take $10 for each. Mom's like, I'm not giving you anything. You didn't heal either one of them.
It's like, wait a minute, false advertising. You didn't heal nothing. I ain't giving you no money.
I remember one time we went to a christening in the city, in Jersey City, and this woman came out, and I think she was dragged, and she was like, "Please, can you give me some money? I haven't eaten in over a month. I really need some food. Can you please give me some money?" And I assumed she was really in a situation, so I reached in my purse, and I said, "Here, sure." And my mom said, "She's not, she's fine. Don't worry about it." And then she got very upset because my mom's sister's mom was like, "We don't have any money to give you. I'm sorry." And she was like, "Shame on you. You all just came out of a church. God's gonna burn you all in hell for this." And my mom's best friend Footer was like, "At least I know I'll be warm where I'm going." And she's like, "At least I won't be alone. I'll have friends with me."
Yeah, actually, that sounds like something your mom would say, actually.
No, that was my mom's best friend's mom, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and then the woman spat on the ground in front of us and walked away, and that was a little bit.
Oh, dog. Like I said, because the one thing that annoys me, I don't know if you get this too, is I'll be walking, and I'll be doing fine, getting from point A to point B, and then someone will just come up, grab me by the hand, and be like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "What am I, a movie prop? You got to grab me and prop me and put me in the right position."
Well, when I was in Louisiana, they used to take you by the arm and just pull you, which some of these girls are very big.
That's gotta hurt. I hate when people do
Yeah.
that.
That would freak me out because they wouldn't even know where they were taking me. They would just start dragging me somewhere. And I'm like, I'm on a route. I can't just go willy nilly. And then they put me and they say here. I'm like, that's not where I need to be. Oh well, you're here, so okay, bye. I used to get so upset.
Yeah, it annoys me too.
I stopped asking for help. I just said, give me directions.
You
And
see,
if you can't, then I'll ask someone who can.
you see, I do like 50-50. I mean, you know, like I think I shared this with you a couple weeks ago. That I was walking home from Joe's, and there's this one section that's a little bit difficult to cross, and I was waiting patiently because I can't do it by myself. But this one lady stopped her car, got out of the car, said, "Can I just give you a lift to your house?" And she looked as if she really needed to help someone. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And it turned out that day her husband died that day, and she just needed to do something nice for somebody. You know, so there are exceptions to it. But I find that to be one of the biggest things that people just assume right away if you're blind and they see you with especially with a cane. You know, they're just like they just assume that you need help right off the bat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I one time almost walked into a construction pit full of tar. Wouldn't advise it.
That's not so. Why? Let me ask you this: what's the worst thing you ever walked into?
Remember I told you guys about it on the young adults call for the blind, but I don't think people listen to this on that here. But
Yeah, they know about it. They just, like I said, I haven't brought in the conspirator of that little operation on yet.
okay.
We love you, Trisha. Just haven't had the chance to have Trisha on yet.
Yeah, we love you, Trisha. There's this whole big glass window they have in the middle of one of the avenues in Louisiana, and it takes up the entire middle of the sidewalk. And I smashed my face into it one day.
That had to hurt.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That's
But
good.
the entire construction crew saw what they were doing and ran over and made sure I was okay. And one of them actually ran over and made sure I was standing because I was a little bit dizzy.
Oh, wow.
There was something. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And let's see that. And now just 2 or 3 real dumb, quick answer questions that I thought of. Are you a Coke or Pepsi girl?
I am a Pepsi girl.
All right, cool. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Yeah, McGriddles are awesome sauce.
Go to chicken nuggets, man. Not the fries, but chicken nuggets are awesome.
I love their fries. I actually think, like I said, that and of course I want to thank you for the one Jesse's tip that you told me that I told on air, which was if a girl wears a beautiful outfit, compliment them.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah.
Your night will go much better when you compliment them.
All right. But see that and favorite pizza topping.
Would have to be a toss-up between pepperoni or extra cheese.
Ah, nice. I like to combine the two of them.
Yeah, they're good. I had them once. They were really good.
Yeah.
Or Canadian bacon.
I've never had.
Good.
Do I have to try that? Eventually. And let's see. Any tips on how guys can improve their game with picking up a girl?
Just be yourself. I'd say that. It helps. Don't try and put on any macho airs or act like you're Tony Soprano or a gangster if you're not, because girls can tell.
Okay.
And if they can't, then they will bring along a girlfriend, and she'll tell the girl, and then we'll plan through it. Let's see. Don't ever try and date two girls at the same time. Don't ever date your girlfriend and her best friend, because they will talk eventually, and you'll lose both of them. Because regardless of how great the relationship is, if the friend's been there longer, he's going to pick the best friend over the guy. Unless the guy's really, really, really amazing. Don't get involved in a relationship you're not ready for. If you're not ready to be committed to someone 100% and you want to just date, say that. Don't say, oh, I'm ready for 100% commitment, and then you're going to find out you got 5 other girls. That's not in love.
That's got to be tough to manage.
Huh?
5 girls has got to be a lot to manage.
Some people are really good about it. They keep them all across the different places, and you never have to worry about anyone finding out anything. So.
That is true. And last but not least, any advice for someone who's young, visually impaired, and is just, trying to figure out where they belong in the world? Any words of advice or encouragement?
Go with your heart. That's what my friend was telling me yesterday. Go with your heart. Do what you feel is right to do, and what you feel your heart is leading you. Always do what you love.
Cool. Cause the other thing I always say, and I've said this so many times, and this is where, I think having a good support system helps as well.
Oh, definitely.
And,
you're right. I forgot about that.
yep, and I want to say thank you for being a major part of my support system. I thank you for being one of my best friends in the world. And I thank you for the support of the podcast and for just encouraging me. And I think everyone should be as blessed as we are to have a friendship like this.
No, definitely. It goes both ways. Adam's just as there for me as I am for him. So.
And with that, I'm gonna thank you for doing this with me. You're welcome to comment anytime you like. Definitely gonna try that chicken recipe that you gave out in part 1 of this, which will probably air after this piece because of a technical glitch that I had. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This has been awesome sauce. And of course, as I tell my audience, you keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Blind Adam out.
Stop recording button.
Now we hit the magical stop recording.